Do we really have a third eye in us that can see beyond our physical world?
Or is it just mythical stories and legends passed over the years?
Did ancient cultures use it as a way to describe scenes in other dimensions?
If so, how do we access it and what can it do?
Hey guys, can we ask you a quick question? Come on. It's funny right now, like no one's staring at me. Can I ask you a quick question? I was just curious if you know what this is.
Hey everybody, it's Ben and Rob here. We came to the heart of New York, Times Square, and in the spirit of our third eye episode, I painted an eye on Ben's head. So Ben, what are we gonna do?
So we're gonna go walk around Times Square, interview people to see if they know what the third eye is and what it actually does.
Hey, do you guys know what this is?
I
You don't know what it is?
No, man.
It's a third eye.
And do you believe in this then?
I think anything's possible. Do you know what this is?
No.
Have you ever seen this before?
No.
Do you know what the third eye does?
I don't know what the third eye does. I don't know.
So before we begin, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, do it now because we have a lot of amazing content we want to keep sharing with you guys.
A lot of people have been asking us when we'll do an episode on the third eye, which is also called the celestial eye, inner eye, or even mind's eye.
I say we just go with celestial eye for this one, and it just sounds a bit saucier.
So what's the science behind it and what can it do?
Well, the eyes are like a camera lens. They work as the hardware that translates the world and sends it into our brain. At the end of the day, they're just a tool that our body uses to see.
Right. These images get transferred to the visual cortex. And why is this important? Because there's an eye in the middle of your head that's connected to this exact same place. This area is called the pineal gland. Most scientists brush this off as being a vestigial eye or an eye that never came to be.
But three-eyed humans would be weird if you think about it. I mean, can you think of any animal out there that has three eyes in the entire planet? Any fish? Right, yes, so not a vestigial eye.
So if this is not a vestigial eye, then what the heck is it? And more importantly, what can it do?
So when some people start talking about these kinds of things that exist beyond this physical plane, some people will label these as delusions or just the person is straight up crazy.
But the world around us is comprised of energy. We cannot touch it or see it, but we know it's there.
Instead, we use technology to detect this radiating energy, such as electromagnetic fields, infrared rays, and ultraviolet light, and so on.
But in many cultures, religions, and beliefs, it is said that our world is just an illusion or a dream, and that when we become enlightened or wake up, we are no longer restricted by our physical eyes, and we can see all kinds of wonders that exist.
Like the edge of wonders.
Edge of wonder.
And this is what the celestial eye can do. So what other kinds of things are related to the celestial eye?
Visions. Have you ever had a dream that seemed so real you swore it was? Or maybe you were doing something and you saw a scene before you, only having it to come true later.
These visions are exactly using the celestial eye to see these things. Well, unless the person is standing having an argument with a street sign, and then they got some other issues.
Right, and if you're in New York...
I was gonna say, we see that here all the time.
In fact, just today on the way to work, I saw
Some dude arguing with himself?
With a pole, you know?
Really?
A train pole, or they used to hold, you know?
Yesterday I just saw a guy peeing on one, but I digress.
Many people also report seeing angelic beings or people who have even been deceased. But sadly, some other dark things could also come through, such as ghosts or some evil spirits or whatnot, but it doesn't always have to be this way.
I see dead people.
The other thing that most people don't realize is something called precognition and retrocognition, which is the ability to see the past or the future. This is also connected to the celestial eye.
And one of my favorites is astral projection. This is where you can have your spirit or soul leave the body and travel to another place or location and pretty much see anything you want to see. Remote viewing is also a part of this, where you can see a scene taking place somewhere else.
So okay, for those of you that are thinking astral what? This is what Luke Skywalker does in The Last Jedi, where he projects himself into a different location. Also, Doctor Strange learns astral projection in his movie as well. By the way, we also give an example of this in our Mars video, so you have to check that out if you haven't watched it already.
By the way, I thought my shirt was kind of appropriate.
Now I see why he wore another Star Wars shirt. It's a Star Wars shirt every week.
What is the pineal gland and why is it so important?
So we always love to throw out some crazy facts, and here's some related to the pineal gland. At night, it secretes melatonin for us to sleep and serotonin during the day for us to stay awake.
It's the heart of the body's biological clock.
It's at the exact geometric center of the brain.
It's about the size of a pea and it is called pineal due to its shape of a pine cone.
Yeah, some people actually pronounce it pineal,
Pineal.
because it's like pine. It has actually more blood flow going to it than any other part of the body aside from the kidney. The heart has a lot of blood going to it. We're talking about the pineal gland and the kidney having even more blood being flowed through it.
So it has the same type of cells inside the pineal gland as the retina of the eye.
Get this, it's wired into the visual cortex in the brain, which is why it's called the third eye.
It is highly susceptible to fluoride and can develop deposits on it if it gets too much exposure from it.
It was noted that the persistence of negative emotions such as fear, anger, and feelings of denial of one's own being affects the pineal gland negatively.
The pineal gland is formed 49 days within the embryo, which is the same amount of days that the human embryo becomes either male or female.
In some Eastern spiritual traditions, it is believed that it takes 49 days for a soul to reincarnate.
Let's get into some spiritual beliefs and what traditional cultures say about the celestial eye or third eye.
But wait, Ben, before we go any further, if you guys haven't liked and subscribed our channel yet, please do that right now because we want to keep pumping out this awesome content.
You guys, we can definitely use your support, so please help us out.
Have you ever heard of a third eye before?
Yeah,
third eye?
yeah,
You have, right?
Yeah.
But what have you heard that it does?
I think you can get some vision.
Some vision.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you know.
Actually, do you know what this is?
Your third eye.
The third eye. Do you know what the third eye does or what it's supposed to do?
It's kind of Lord Shiva's third eye.
Yeah. Where are you from?
India.
That's what I thought. So you're probably very familiar with it, right?
It's a third eye.
Third eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in a lot of cultures and religions and beliefs and everything. They believe that we have a third eye, like that's actually in our minds, that we can see into other dimensions and whatnot.
Oh.
So do you want to know what spiritual beliefs and traditional cultures have to say about the celestial eye? The pineal gland, or third eye, or celestial eye, is considered to be the organ of supreme universal connection in many beliefs and religions.
It is said that when your third eye is awakened, the true world is seen. A blocked third eye is said to lead to confusion, lies, jealousy, uncertainty, depression, adrenal fatigue, and pessimism.
But in some Eastern philosophies, the pineal body aligns with the location of the crown chakra, a key point for high-level consciousness and enlightenment, or the understanding of higher realms. The awakening of your third eye chakra allows you to open up your inner perception. These are said to be closely tied together, and the more they are aligned and open, the higher the realms one can see.
The symbolism of the pine cone can be found in almost every culture from Egypt, Greece, Catholicism, and one of the more fascinating manifestations seems to be Buddha's head, which is also in the shape of a pine cone.
Yes, I found that one
Yeah.
really fascinating. So the pine cone is a metaphor for spiritual awakening because just as in nature, a pine cone ripens and slowly opens, releasing the mature seeds. As we begin our spiritual journeys on the path of enlightenment, our celestial eye opens or starts to bear fruit.
In some Buddhist text, it is said that once you become enlightened, you obtain the righteous fruition. There are also many references in the Bible to Jesus speaking about being righteous so as to bear good fruit. So how do you develop your celestial eye?
The first thing you can do is start meditating. Meditation connects the meridians or energy channels in the body together, which opens up a channelway to the pineal gland, and in time, you will start to develop the celestial eye.
And it calms you down. But the main thing is to stop thinking this is an ability that you want to use to do things. It's not up to you whether you use that celestial eye or not.
Right.
Just start to be more positive and pay a closer attention to your negative thoughts about people and yourself and how you think about others or just in general life.
And be more compassionate too. That
And hopefully.
definitely helps.
Like this world could use a lot more of that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and the other thing too is to quit drinking like sugary drinks such as like Coke, Red Bulls, eating fast food, and eat more veggies or free-range beef. And also, don't drink an excessive amount of coffee each day either.
Dude, you're killing me here. You saying I need to quit drinking coffee? Are you crazy?
Excessive, Rob. Excessive.
So my 7 to 9 cups of coffee a day is fine, right? Great, let's move on.
Who drinks 7 to 9 cups of coffee a day?
Hey, my man Benjamin Franklin drank 20 a day. take that.
I think he had a shot of whiskey every day too.
Probably did. Staying up the whiskey in my coffee though.
Actually, alcohol is another one that can affect the pineal gland. that
Really?
I found out too.
Okay.
Okay, the other thing you can do is drink filtered water and try not to use products that have too much fluoride, like certain toothpastes and whatnot.
Well, and stop eating toothpaste. You know you're doing it. It's weird.
We decided to go a little bit more quiet, nicer area here at Bryant Park. More than 15,000 people visit Bryant Park on an average day. That's a lot of people. Have you guys heard of the third eye before?
The third eye?
Yeah.
I have, but I don't know what that is.
You don't know what it is? Do you guys believe in it? Do you think it could be real?
Yeah. I think it could be real.
You think so?
You know,
We're just walking around to see if people knew what this actually means or what it stands for.
I
Do you
have no
have-
idea.
You don't know?
No.
I feel like I should, but I do not.
What?
have you ever heard of the third eye?
I have, yeah.
Okay. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think people can have visions and see things or what?
Personally, no. I've never really believed in that.
I don't know. I do. Both my parents are deceased, and sometimes I see things, that kind of thing.
But what do you guys think? Did you guys like this episode on the Celestial Eye?
Do you still want more? Well, stay tuned for our next episode, which will be real-life examples in history of how people use their celestial eye and for what purpose.
And we got lots of stories, so you guys are not gonna wanna miss that. So if you haven't done it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
And until next time, we'll see you guys out.
On the Edge.
What do you think of my paint job on his forehead?
I think it's beautiful.
Looks pretty, right? Ben looks pretty.
Yes, very pretty.